Hi everyone, and welcome to another entry or addition to our Introduction to Economics review series. This is part 5, and the main focus of this review mini lecture is supply. Much like with our previous review videos, I just put together a list of relevant or applicable terms, and we're going to briefly go through each of these in an effort to try to see how these terms relate with each other. So first you have supply, and this is just the quantity of a product that producers are both willing and able to offer for sale to consumers. The law of supply, this just states that price and quantity supplied have a positive relationship. So when price increases, quantity supplied increases. When price decreases, quantity supplied decreases. Now, one way to think about this, if prices are high relative to cost, firms are generally going to increase output in an effort to chase that profit opportunity. As prices comes down, firms will start to slow down the production in response to the decreased profit opportunity. Now, quantity supplied can be displayed by using a chart or a table, and this is what we call the supply schedule. Now, when we take that supply schedule and we plot its points using a graph, that's when we start to derive our supply curve. Marginal product, this is just the change in total product that results from a firm hiring an additional worker. And I have a pure additional worker, but really this could apply to the addition of other inputs as well. Now, producers will begin to experience diminishing returns when marginal product begins to decrease. Total cost, this can be found by summing fixed costs and variable costs. Marginal cost, this is the additional cost for producing an additional unit of a good. Now, when firms reach a point where marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, they will have reached a level of output that is profit maximizing. So producers are willing and able to sell different amounts of a good or service at every possible price. Now, a change in supply is visually represented with a shift of the supply curve. So an increase in supply is depicted as a rightward shift of that supply curve, and a decrease in supply is depicted as a leftward shift of that supply curve. Now, the factors that affect supply are going to be things like input costs, technology, government actions, number of firms in the market, the producer expectations, and labor productivity. So once again, changes in any of those will result in either a decrease or an increase in supply, which is depicted with a shift of the supply curve. The elasticity of supply describes the level of responsiveness or the responsiveness of a producer to a change in price. The change in price, where all other variables are held constant, results in a change in the quantity supplied. And unlike a change in supply, a change in quantity supplied is depicted with a movement along the supply curve. So that's all I had for these terms related to supply. Many of these I have covered in more detail with other mini lectures. But if there is something from this video that you would like a little bit of a deeper dive into, please feel free to let me know. I'm happy to accommodate that request. As always, thank you so much for watching.